Hi, hello everyone. This is Stefan, the project manager of C Studio. Welcome to the C weekly live stream.
Hello, this is Serene, the marketing manager of C Studio. I hope you all have a fantastic Friday so far. We have got you a special product of the co-create today. It is a story about music.
That's right. We are here to talk about a pocket-sized instrument that allows anybody to create interesting chord progression.
Yeah, let's introduce our star, the Minichord, designed by Ben and collaborated with C Studio. It is an innovative musical device designed for all musicians. It's got 21 buttons to easily pick chords, a special half touch zone to hit different notes, and you can create presets for endless music making fun.
And what's the best part? It's fully open source and can be customized to your need.
Absolutely. It allows users to access, modify, and share its source code and design freely. Also, I have to say, when I first got this product, I found it really fascinating and fun, even though I don't know much about the music theory.
Sounds great.
We have a group of early Minichord users who have already started using the Minichord. Let's take a look at the video. 显示视频
It was late at night. You held on tight.
Wow, it looks so cool. I remember that Minichord was a top project in our Gadget campaign, which is the campaign aimed at bringing the community-recognized project to life.
Yes, today we are going to share the story behind the Minichord. How is the product created? Why we will co-create with it? Why is the next big thing in musical instrument innovation?
And more importantly, we are not just talking about the product itself. We will actually brought a special guest into our live stream to share his story and behind.
We are excited to have Ben with us live. He will be here to show off the product and talk about the journey with our co-create program.
What's more, we offer some surprise for you guys. Give away a Minichord. Yes, the free Minichord. And $100 coupon for Fusion PCBA services. That's a good deal.
So don't miss our live stream. We will not let you down.
Guys, please feel free to leave your comment on the chat below. Now, welcome Ben.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Thanks, Jose. So I hope the sound is good and everything is working fine. So I'm Benjamin. I'm an engineer from Paris, France. So halfway across the world from you guys. It's morning here. It's going to be a beautiful day, I think. So I'm an engineer, but I've had for a long time a passion for music. And actually, the Minichord originated while I was working on another project. So I was working on some kind of optical sampler, but it was very complicated, a lot of analog electronics. It's very hard to debug. So what I was doing at the time is that I was trying to do an interface, and I came across those home run buttons. So they're micro switches, and they have a like very cool keycaps line with a lot of colors and very great passive quality. And just to take my mind off the other project, I decided, well, maybe I need to do something with that, something like a weekend project, something fun and cute. Well, it's been more than a year now, so it was a bit more than a weekend project. But well, the result is here. So it's the mini chord and what we're going to talk about today. So it's a very small and I think personal music instrument that you can play, and it's battery powered, so you can play it anywhere. And yeah, so just as a disclaimer, the mini chords that I'll be showing in the video today are the one I built myself. The one sold by Sitio will be slightly different. The color will be different. And also, it was not possible to do the CNC marking of the button, so we had to rely on stickers. And I think it's a very good idea, because for me, the importance of the mini chord is that it has to be an instrument for everybody. So the price had to be low. So that's why I think it's a very good choice, and really thanking the Seed Studio team to do such good work on the matter. So, but with that said, I think what everybody wants to dive into the Minichord itself. So it's very easy to use. Basically, to turn it on, you have to plug it in. Then what you will notice is the letters on top of each row. So if you have a group of buttons and the letter has a chord. So I just turn on the volume a bit. So here you hear the first chord. So here it's a C major, but you have one button for each chord. Then, if you go down, you have the minor chord, C minor. And if you go down again, you have the seventh chord. You can combine those to do a minor 7, a major 7, and minor 7. And then you can also do diminished and augmented chord. So I think that way you can do some very interesting and cool chord progressions. But it's not the only thing that the mini chord can do. If you want to make more complex chord, you can also combine the button from different rows and do something that is called slash chords. So slash chords are when you replace the fundamental of a chord with a note from another chord. For example, here we have a C. Here we have a C slash E. If you hear, the fundamental is slightly different. And that can allow you to make very interesting chord progression. And that's the idea with the mini chord. Of course, you have the sharp button to do sharp chords, and so attain all of the letter within the scale. And then you have the hold button to hold your chords, so you don't have to keep it pushed. So yeah, that's about it for this section. And then you have the other section, which is the harp. So I turn on the volume as well. So the second volume is for the harp. So here you can hear the volume. And each time you select a button from the section, from the chord section, the harp takes the same notes. So it's a capacitive sensing. It's very precise. It can be very fast. It's updated every millisecond, so it's very, I think, fast. And you can do some, I'm a guitarist myself, so you can almost do some sort of picking. So you see, it's very easy to play and to do some very melodious things. It's, for example, another chord progressions. And now I'm gonna do the same chord progression with slash chords, because I explained the slash chords are cool. So. So you see, I think it shows that it's very nice and easy interface to be able to do some quite complex things actually. The last potentiometer, if you may wonder, is for the effect. So here in this preset, the effect is a reverb. So if you hear, the reverb is more intense. So here it's a bit distant. It's almost like a chord organ in a way. So yeah, I think that shows that it's very nice. And here we had the hold button, but if you keep it turned on for 2 seconds, you go into an arpeggiator mode. So you can do that. And if you are in arpeggiator mode, you can use the button as a tap tempo. So yeah, I think it's quite nice. But no, of course, it's only one sound of the Minichord. And the beauty of this is that you have many sounds. Inside, you have 12 presets. You can change them by using those buttons. So for example, here I go to the next preset. And for each preset, the effect, so here it's a vibrato, is slightly different. And the arpeggiator also is slightly different. So I think there's a lot to create with that. And for example, and next preset is very soft. So here I'm just going to play a little chord progression. I wrote down the chord progression on the paper. So I think that's also one cool thing is that you can just go online, look at chord progression and just copy them. It's one from a music of Rebecca Sugar. So yeah, that's the third preset. And you see each preset has a very different character. So this one has strong force, so it's very smooth feeling. So you see, and then the next one. So here you have a strong bass, and I can use it to show, for example, what I said before, is that you can use the slash chords to do some kind of a walking bass. So yeah, you can also almost do some sort of bass, and I think it's cool. So another one of the presets. Okay, this one has a very strong noise effect, and I think it's very cool. So you see, you can have some very strange and complicated song. Okay, I like this one as well, and another song. So for example, here it's a chord progression from David Bowie, Changes. So yeah, I think it was also an instrument that I imagined for singers, because you can play and sing at the same time. I'm not a singer at all, unfortunately, but I have friends who are, and I think it's very cool for them. So yeah, I keep on going through the presets. You see, you have lots of different sounds. But I think the point is that while you do have presets, uh, you don't have to stop here at all. Inside the Minichord, there's a very complex synthesis engine. I think they're close to 200 parameters. And when I was designing the presets, I couldn't just program them in the code. It was too complicated. I had to try things out. So what I did is that I did an interface. So if you plug your Minichord into your computer and you open a web page, there's a program that's called Minicontrol, and it will communicate directly with the Minichord from your browsers to be able, sorry, my phone dropped, to be able to control all the internal parameters. And so you can change the presets, you can modify every characteristic of them, including the arpeggiator, and you can save those presets into the memory of the Minichord, and you can even share the presets with others. So as the Minichord will be more common, I expect that we'll be able to share a lot of cool presets for different sounds, and there's already some crazy things that you can do with that. So yeah, I think that's very much the social part of the Minichord, and I expect to have cool presets coming up. And when you connect the Minichord to your computer, there's another thing that happened, is that the Minichord works as a MIDI USB controller. So you plug the Minichord into the computer, and then you have two ports that open, one for the chords and one from the harp, and you can attribute them to virtual synthesizer. So that way, it's very easy to control everything. And so I know since we have a quite technical audience, I think I just wanted to show what it's like inside the Minichord. So here is one with a transparent shells. So I'll show. So the first thing that that you have to do if you want to open it is to take out the touch zone, because the touch zone is simply a PCB item that's on top. Then you can unscrew, of course, but take off the front plate, and you will see the PCB inside the Minichord. So the Minichord is a very simple instrument. It's a single PCB that takes the whole of the instrument. Behind there's only the lithium battery. And inside there's a teensy microcontroller, so which is the reason why we have such advanced sound synthesis capability. And a few microcontrollers, so one for the touch, one for the audio output, one for the lithium battery, and one to deal with the button matrix. So it's a very simple instrument, very little that can go wrong. As we said, it's all open source. The PCB is available online, all the plans, but it's also the same for the shells. So you can 3D print and change the shells. So for example, here is transparent. I think transparent looks cool, but you can also tint using tinting bath to have a different color. So really, if you're a DIY person, you can pretty much change everything. So the colors of the shells, the buttons, there's a lot of different colored buttons. So I think it's cool as well. And the last thing is that, so you've seen that the front plate that I take off is very easy to take off. So if I take the one that I've been using for the demonstration, I can simply take off the front plate. So here it is, and then replace it with another. And if you're into electronics, there is a KiCad template to make let's say to make the touch plate the shape that you want. So for example, here I have one, because I have quite small fingers, so it's easy for me to touch individual notes, but people have told me that it was not easy for everybody. So here I made another one that is a bit smaller, taller, and then you can reach individually all of the notes. So you can do. So, well, my point is that I think the Minichord is a really cool instrument, and it's an instrument that can evolve with you. And I really hope that we be able to have a community to share alternative touch plates and alternative presets, well, to make, well, the Minichord live. So to finish, I really wanted to thank you, the studio team, because I think they did an excellent work. And they're only the ones that makes the Minichord come alive, because it will come alive with people playing it. So thanks again, Seren and Sen. I really can only thank you for your help in this project.
Thank you.
And with that said, I'm going to give you back the floor. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. And again, it's our honor to have your especially this type of geomatics program join our co-create, and we're happy to work with you. And it looks amazing. This is amazing product. I know. I bet a lot of people love it. And it's not only the small instrument offering in the community. Also, it is very easy, simple entry to use this type of product. So you don't need the huge academic tutorial
Yes.
on the beginning. You just use it right away. So it's very easy to get for the beginner to use the Minichord. So I mean, this is amazing products. And I sure we have a lot of audience. They just pop up a lot of questions on the chat box. And should we just go into the Q&A section, and let's ask Ben to answer some questions to our audience?
Yes, we will pick up some questions from the chat box. So guys, please don't hesitate to ask whatever you are curious about.
Yeah, that's checking the with the chat box, see is any question we're just picking up. So guys, just if you have any comments or questions, please just feel free to leave on the chat box, and we will invite Ben to help answer some questions. Not even the technique, you can also ask some background why he want to decide to make a mini course like this. It'd be good. Okay, so let's just go from the list. So we see Eric versus AI. So, oh, so he's asking, what do you think is the future of embedded system when they get more computer power?
Oh, that's a very very general and interesting question. Maybe I can answer in the context of music instrument, and for example, the context of the Minichord. The Minichord use a very strong processor. It goes 600 megahertz. It's hundreds of times more powerful than you common Arduino, and it's really necessary to be able to have all those synthesis steps that allow us to have such good sound and such variable sound. So I think more compute and more cheap compute power will allow makers to have more and more complex and parameterizable music instrument in the context of music instrument, of course. And that's a good thing. I think more power to us. Some things that were only before available to very big music company now are available for everybody. So I think that's very good. And also I can say that the programming APIs that are included are very important, and I couldn't have done the Minichord without the audio library from PGRC, the maker of the TNC, which is very great and very easy to use. So I think, yeah, that's it. More usage and more complex synthesis in the context of audio.
Thank you. Hi, Eric. So hopefully Ben answered your question. And we do have another question from Papa Do Dragon. So he's asking, do we have any way to personalize this on order? Will the basic white and the thin touch plate be the only one available? I think just like Ben's mentioned, so you offering just so you open all the design file to the like GitHub community, so people just can easily to replace wherever the case color with like any enclosure they want, right?
Yeah, indeed, and to make it possible to to sell fast the Minichord, we decided to have at the beginning only one inventory with Seed Studio, but we are going to do probably in the next few days a little survey to be able to identify the colors versions that would be the most popular. But in any case, all the files are available, and so you can very easily change and print yourself or use online service printing to print alternative enclosures, modify it. Really, there's nothing that you can do. And I take this opportunity to answer to another question of the chat. There is a question of whether it's logged on. It's not logged on at all. The firmware is available on GitHub, and there's even a little explanation to set up the developing environment. So it will take you maybe a couple of minutes to set up an environment, and from there you can upload the firmware. It's not logged on at all. Some would say it's not, let's say, secure the way some things are, but I think it's the beauty of the open source that you can pretty much change everything. And I expect that some people might do a much better firmware that I did, and it's fully possible. And I expect also there'll be more feature if people propose stuff to be added to the firmware.
Thanks, Ben. Wayne. Yeah, so we have another question from Ben Walker, and he's asking, the Minichord looks amazing. Have you or your friend released any music using it yet?
So I've built about 15 of them, and I sent them around to artists. The one that I know I've used it at least in concert is a group that's called Delicatoni. So it's a group from Italy, and they send me picture. It's been used in concert in their setup, and it's quite a popular band actually. So I'm quite proud. And for the rest, I've only seen let's say snippets of video. I don't know if there's been an official release using them, but I'm sure that it might happen eventually.
That's great. So I got a question from Daniel. So he asks, can we store songs on a micro SD card direct without a PC?
So I think, thank you very much. I think the question is about recording the music directly on the Minichord. So currently, no, it's not possible. There's no SD reader, so it would need a modification of hardware. So it's excluded now. So the way to, let's say, record sound would be to use a traditional recorder, use a jack output from the Minichord, and just plug that into the recorder. There's no way to store. The one thing that you can store into the Minichord itself is the arpeggiator preset. So there's 16 steps over 8. That's it. Over 8 notes per step. So you can have quite complex arpeggiator pattern, and that can be stored into the memory of the Minichord.
Thank you. And let's checking if we got more questions. So yeah, from Aiden, he's asking, it is possible to modify the firmware, and is the Minichord like is the lockdown version, or like we still have people from community have chance to still like modify the firmware and making any DIY like to decide which button will be going to which chord, like something like this.
Oh, yeah, I gave a bit of an answer, but indeed it's possible to modify the firmware, and it should be quite readable by most people. And in the things that you can modify, indeed, if you want to have different basic chords, different chord patterns, different notes for the touch plate, it's all things that are possible to do. So yeah, it's really quite open.
And one more question from Eric. Wow, this question is quite fun. How do musical instruments built with C Studio microcontrollers offer unique creative possibilities or advantages compared to traditional electronic instruments from previous decades? It's a long and interesting question.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. It's a bit complicated to answer that in the meaning that in general electronics instruments from previous decades did have lower power and lower capabilities, but that those limitations were also part of a sound that we now like. So I think it's weird to talk about advantages regarding electronic instruments. Electronic instruments have widely different sounds, widely different usage, and I think they're all interesting. What we can do today is offer something that we couldn't offer before, is complex synthesis in a very small package, and I expect that it will be something good for music. So that's my hope, at least. But yeah, to say that there is clear advantage, it's more powerful. Is that an advantage? I wouldn't say so. It's different. So I think it's good.
Oh wow, sounds great. So I hope answer your question, Eric. And yeah, seems that we have like lots of question from the chat, and let's pick the last question from the chat, and let's see who wants who we're missing, and let's pick the last question from chat, and we will go into next sections. Oh, so Serene, do you want to pick any question just recently? So we don't want to miss anyone's question. Just make sure we got all the answer to them.
Yes, one more question from Eric.
Maybe I could answer to the one from Papa du Dragon.
Sure.
Who said it's interested in buying the wider touchpad. I think if there's a big demand, it wouldn't be a problem to organize that. But I think in the long term there'll be a lot of variation, and I probably also put a tutorial on how to order specific PCB, because it's a very simple PCB, so it's very easy to make that with online. For example, Seed Studio offer PCB services, so I think it'd be very possible to make it available if there's a demand for that. So it's definitely something that we're going to keep in mind, and yeah, we'll probably be easy to make it available.
Wow. So hopefully Papa, you got the right answer from Ben. And yes, so Ben, after we took we answered a lot of questions to our chat box and the community, the people from the community. Also, I personally I have some questions for you as well. So in back to probably many years ago, and we're just wondering how did you start with work with Seed Studio, and what's the role Seed play in this collaboration? So we just want to chase back some history and let you do the introduction to customers, see how you're going to how you start to work with Seed.
Yeah, I think I've been using Seed services for a very long time, close to 10 years, something like that, to produce PCB and things like that. So I was, let's say, very much aware of the products that you've been designing and sending, and some very good quality products indeed. And I arrived at a step where I had this project, this Minichord project, but it was very hard for me to see how to move forward. And at this step, I remember that Seed had a project in which was this co-create project, in which they allowed, let's say, independent designer to propose a design for them to be manufactured. So I reached out to you guys, and you told me, well, if you can show traction using a video, and if you get enough we might consider adding your product. So that's what I did, and I think it was quite successful. And from there, I think it was a very fruitful collaboration to be able to make this a reality and to be able to manufacture that. So on my side, honestly, it was a bit of work to organize the design file in the way that you guys expected, but most of the work to be able to produce that was produced by Seed Studio, and I think it's very good to be able to empower individual designer and to make their project have a good reach in ways that I really couldn't have done alone. So yeah, a long time history, and it really proved successful. So thanks again for that.
Yes, I definitely agree with you. It would be a pleasure for us to work with you as well. So I would love to thank you for your effort to introduce Minichord today. Before you leave, just one more thing. Do you have anything want to say to our future co-creators?
Well, I think you got to try it, because yeah, it's a way to it's really a way to move forward. The process is really not that cumbersome. You just have to do a bit of documentation, so it's really doable. And just yeah, the thing you have to do is to prove some traction. So you have to do some good contents and get people interested. So that's the part that us engineers are not very good at in general. But yeah, I think it's worth the time to make your project reach the right people and not just stay at the workbench level, let's say.
Wow, sounds
Okay.
it's very good.
Yes.
I mean, hopefully we can get more and more
Projects coming in.
projects coming in, and we can get more co-create join with us. Like Ben, you're so good. You're doing so amazing job, and hopefully we can have more and more collaboration with you in the future, Ben.
I hope.
Yes, so I guess it's time to say goodbye for you to our audiences.
Yeah, so I think we'll be, time to say goodbye with Ben. So Ben, you can still, watch our YouTube channel. We still have some activity to, good promote to the community. But for now, I think we will pass the time to Serene. Let's introduce to the next part, and let's say goodbye to the Ben. And thank you, Ben, for joining this, stream. And thank you, Ben, again.
That was my pleasure. Have a good day, afternoon for you.
Yeah.
And thanks to all the viewers.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you. See you. See you soon.
See you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have to say, after the detailed presenting, I bet you must want to have one and try it immediately. So now we offer a chance to all of you to win one free Minichord, and it's time to have a giveaway.
Okay. Let's checking this good stuff. Yeah, see who wants to get the free Minichord.
Yeah, you just need to type Minichord in the chat box right now. And I will screenshot the winner. The first user we capture on our screenshot will be the lucky winner. So you can put your comments on our chat box.
Yeah. So what happened is Sering will do the quick screenshot. Whoever who's on the top, the first one.
Yes.
So he will get one free Minichord just ship away to your address.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Wow, we can see many comments here.
Okay.
Okay, so
Guys, ready? So going to do a screenshot.
ready?
3, 2, 1. Screenshot. See who's on the top.
So I can see the first username is Ben Walker.
Yeah, the Ben Walker got our free Minichord and will ship away to your address.
Yeah,
Hi.
please contact our email fusion@seed.io. So we will send you the coupon to exchange your free Minichord.
Congratulations, Ben. But like guys, no worries. We still have more promotion for next few parts. And yes, so Sering, we're going to prepare some comments, and Ben, just leave your message to us, and we will just ship you directly.
Yes.
All right. I know, after we spoke a lot of things with Ben, and I know many of which is the people in front of you, you guys must be interested in our co-create program, and any one of you has a chance to be a next Minichord. Whether you are a professional engineer or even just an individual maker, you all have chance to join our co-create programs.
So in our co-create service, we include our Fusion PCB, PCBA service, original equipment manufacturer for production only, and original design manufacturer for both design and production, and our licensing program, which we provide service from prototype improvement to large-scale production and marketing. Actually, the collaboration of Minichord is based on the licensing program. It was submitted through our monthly campaign, Scale Up Your AI Gadget, and it ended up taking the top spot that month. We reached out to Ben, and he was super eager to bring the Minichord to the market. Also, users expressed their interest to the product. So that's the reason why promote us to scale up production and promote it more widely.
Yeah, in this case, we provide support in the manufacturing, including sourcing the best supplier for PCBAs, structures, and casing, ensuring high-quality products while lowering the cost. Also, we offer the ROP sell and promotion platform, leveraging its influence to reach a wider audience.
Absolutely. So I will invite everyone who are interested in co-create to submit projects to our Gadget campaign. You can see the link of the Gadget campaign in our chat box. And even if you are not using Seed's products, as long as you are using our approved tech stack, like ESP32, Raspberry Pi, NVIDIA, LoRaWAN, etc., we can help you quickly bring your prototype to market.
In addition to the Gadget campaign, is there any other way we can apply for a co-create, Sering?
Yes, if you are interested in our co-create, please find our link below to submit your project. As long as you have your prototype, please briefly share your ideas with Seed to help you achieve.
Yeah, let's put some co-create. And we know many creators may have a good idea and prototypes, but no manufacturing capabilities. By joining our co-create plan, you will have access to our 3 major services: prototype, produce, and promote. We will implement it for you from 0 to 0.1 to infinity. Meanwhile, you can also make a profit through your idea like Ben does. During the process, Seed will cover the entire product lifecycle management, including sampling, production, and sales, and so on.
Yes, absolutely. No need for any financial investment, but get payback. I think it's the biggest highlight of the co-create.
We look forward to seeing more good ideas like Ben, and you should be the next Gadget.
Speaking of which, we recently launched the interactive signage contest, which is this annual event. I want to encourage everyone to participate. The winners will receive travel funding to Maker Fair Shenzhen, along with a product gift package from Seed. Plus, winning projects can co-create with Seed.
Oh, that's like we did a lot of co-create before.
Yes.
Yeah, sounds great. So welcome everyone to submit your project. Okay, if you still watch the stream, now you will have a chance to be our lucky bird. So I see a lot of people still popping up the Minichord. Yeah, we still we not finished yet. We still have some promote for you guys. So next, I will ask some question and pick first 3 people respond to the question on the chat box, and each of you will get $100 coupon for the Fusion PCBA services.
So the question is, how many chord selector buttons does the Minichord have? Just throw your answer to the chat box. Don't miss out on the chance to win a coupon worth $100.
Yep, so the question is, how many? Wow.
The answer is out.
Papa do.
28, 24.
Maybe, okay. Okay, so Papa do is 21 or 28. You have to decide one.
Yeah, you have to pick up one, 21 or 28.
28, okay.
28, you sure?
You sure?
You sure? You're definitely sure?
Okay, should we post the
Yeah, so we will
the
pick up
answer?
the top 3. The top 3 right answers in our chat box. The right answer is 21. We have 21 selector buttons in our Minichord.
Okay, so we will pick the top 3 who answer with the right answer.
So it should be Papa?
So yeah, I see Papa. So
yeah, Papa is the
you're making
first
it 21.
one.
So we pick your
Actually,
first decision.
He's confused later, but he indeed is the first one to answer 21.
So Papa do got our we got our offering coupon, and Maggie, you got our coupon as well, and Doxy.
I'll take a screenshot. Oh, okay.
So yeah, so Papa
Let me take a photo.
and Maggie and
Okay.
and the Doxy.
Okay.
Doxy.
Papa, Maggie, and Doxy. So please send an email to our fusion at seed.io to use your coupon code.
Yep, to get your coupon code.
Yeah.
Just send an email to us, and we will send the coupon to you guys right away.
So I guess that is today's live stream. We introduced our our latest co-create Minichord, and we encourage everyone to submit your projects. Please feel free to send your projects to us, and we send our $100 Fusion coupons to encourage you to start your prototype. So I guess it's a good time to say goodbye to our audiences.
It's time to say goodbye. But guys, don't forget, Minichord is a great project.
Yes.
So please just go to the link on Seed Studio website and search Minichord, and you will see this program. And right now we are offering to, like to purchase this. You can just submit your order, and we will send you the Minichord right away. And
Yes.
it's available online.
Get yours now.
This is very important. If you guys like this project, just do it right now. And because, we only have, like 100 pieces for the first batch, and yes, more will be coming. But we can see who will be our top 100 lucky guy get this project. Okay, so thank you so much, guys.
Thank you for all of you for joining us today.
And again, we have to thank Span, and thank you so much for you guys coming to see our live stream. And hopefully we can bring more interesting program and share it to the community next time.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you to you guys.
See you next